Welcome, and thank you for joining us live from the Army's Dugway Proving Ground in Dugway, Utah. This is special coverage of America's first asteroid sample return mission, OSIRIS-REx, as it arrives back to Earth after more than 7 years traveling in deep space. Let's turn it over to our mission commentator, James Traley, to take us through the final moments. James, we're all yours.
Yeah, Lauren, buckle up and get ready for the ride of entry, descent, and landing. In just a few moments, we're going to hit that key milestone of punishing descent through Earth's atmosphere to us here in the Utah Test and Training Range.
EO milestone. The SRC has entered the Earth's atmosphere. UTTR tracking assets have acquired.
And here we go. This is from our infrared tracking camera on the WB-57, our high-altitude plane. Getting a great view of that SRC heating up as it comes in at about 27,650 miles an hour. You can see it glowing brightly in the sky. Very quickly in, we're going to deploy our drogue parachute. This is for stability, stabilizes our descent, and makes sure that we are continuing to target that landing ellipse.
Expected EO milestone. SRC commands drogue parachute deploy.
So we heard that command to deploy the drogue parachute. Waiting to see that visual confirmation. Still quite warm, that fireball that literally was a ball of plasma just a few moments ago when it first entered into the Earth's atmosphere. We continue to track with our high-altitude camera here.
The only thing that I needed to know was that that parachute deployed, so obviously I was keyed into that more than anything.
I've had a lot of heart-pounding moments, yeah. I often ask myself, how many can you hand in one lifetime, right? It's like, I think I might be hitting my limit here.
Status check.
Go Atlas.
Go Centaur.
Go OSIRIS-REx.
10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And liftoff of OSIRIS-REx, its 7-year mission to boldly go to the asteroid Bennu and back.
For the actual launch, it was just transcendental. Like it was a true out-of-body experience. It was like I was there with OSIRIS-REx as we lifted off, you know, into the stratosphere, into orbit, and then that final burn, which sent us off into the solar system. And I was like, fare thee well, man. You know, we got an adventure ahead of us. It's just beginning.
AP Vantage Centaur is now orbital.
We've worked hard to get to this point. The best times are ahead of us. We are going to get to asteroid Bennu. We're going to map it. We're going to pick that site. We're going to get that sample, and we're going to bring it back to Earth.
And then the moving dot here is actually the asteroid.
Monday, December 3rd, 2018, the spacecraft ends its approach to Bennu.
We have arrived.
It's an amazing time right now. The spacecraft is working, the camera is working, everything looks go to get into the science campaign.
So the winner of the OSIRIS-REx Site Selection Championship is the Nightingale site. All right.
We're feeling pretty good. Everything's gone really well today. Earlier, we departed our orbit around the asteroid, so we're flying over the sunlit side of the asteroid. The spacecraft has deployed its robotic TAGSAM sampling arm, so the arm is ready.
OREX has descended below the 5-meter mark. The hazard map is go for tag. Contact expected in 50 seconds.
We're going in. We're going in.
And we have touchdown!
Touchdown declared.
So Bennu has surprised us every step of the way, and sure enough, we went down into the asteroid this deep. We collected so much material, it was leaking, and particles were just spewing out into space. So one last emergency, no worries, we'll figure it out, and we quickly got that sample stowed, tucked away into that capsule, and closed up and ready for its journey home.
We want people to realize the impossible, to see what you can do creatively, constructively, when people come together.
we are here at the Utah Test and Training Range. In less than an hour, a 4.5 billion-year-old piece of the ancient solar system will be landing here in the desert. For now, let's give you a quick geography lesson on where we are today. We are sitting about 85 miles southwest of Salt Lake City in the heart of the Dugway Proving Ground, a historic Army facility. The sample will touch down in our landing ellipse about 13 miles north of where we're speaking right now. Mission teams have set up a clean room just 1 mile away from us, where the sample will end its journey today. We've got a lot to discuss and a huge adventure straight ahead. This is live coverage of NASA's OSIRIS-REx sample return.
The day actually starts really early in the morning, and there's a critical decision at 2 a.m. Go, no go. Are we releasing the capsule, or are we in a situation where we have to hang on to it and delay the sample return by 2 years?
Yeah, okay.
I voted go, so that's on record. PI's go, right? But I don't get the safety vote. And then there's a whole series of commands and operations that happen to the spacecraft, ultimately releasing the capsule where it hits the top of the atmosphere about 4 hours later.
Just a little bit further north from us, about 4 hours ago in Waterton, Colorado, the team met to assess the readiness to release the SRC from the main OSIRIS-REx spacecraft. And I'm very happy to report that they gave the green light, they gave the go command officially. And in just a few moments, the SRC itself will be streaking across the skies as we begin to track it.
That's when the field team activates. We arrive here at the Michael Army Airfield, and we get into our helicopters and we fly off to just outside what we call the landing ellipse. And then we wait until we get confirmation that we can see the parachute opening up. This is where the final end game of OSIRIS-REx plays out.
So this is it. We are just 15 minutes away from the OSIRIS-REx sample return, a journey of 7 years and nearly 4 billion miles. The work of thousands culminates in this moment.
See on your screen now the mission ops team eager at the edge of their seats for that first call out of Earth atmospheric entry. Very exciting moment coming up in just a few seconds here.
EDO milestone. The SRC has entered the Earth's atmosphere. UTTR tracking assets have acquired.
Start your stopwatch right now. We have that expected milestone of entering into the Earth's atmosphere. Phenomenal view of that streaking SRC coming in across the sky.
At the end of the day, we know we've done the best job we can, but the thing I worry about the most is we have to power up the sample return capsule. And there's a battery system on there, which we haven't talked to, which releases the parachutes. So if we try to power up the batteries and they're dead, we're throwing a dead capsule at the Earth.
Our next milestone, we'll be expecting that drogue parachute deployment. Quite a challenge to track this as it comes searing into Earth's atmosphere.
I can tell you what we expected to happen. The drogue chute is commanded to deploy, and then 360 seconds after the drogue, the main chute. I could not see whether or not the drogue was deployed in the imagery that I had available in real time in the ops room.
You can see our SRC streaking in. We see.
EDO milestone. We have confirmed parachute deployment.
Wow, and after an exhilarating streak across Earth's atmosphere, we have parachute deployment. You can see just a sigh of relief from the team. I can hear some applause here. There is that orange creamsicle colored parachute, just a delight, a sweet delight to see in our sky here over the Utah Test and Training Range. A phenomenal view, just wonderful to see that.
And I knew the moment the chute opened, that was it. It was overwhelming relief, gratitude, pride, awe, and really trying to convince myself that I wasn't dreaming.
And touchdown of the OSIRIS-REx sample return capsule. A journey of 1 billion miles to asteroid Bennu and back has come to an end. And you can see now the SRC At last, we have a visual of it on the surface of the Utah Test and Training Range. And there is landing of our first helicopter at the site, and the rest of the team is closely behind, ready to land at the recovery site to begin operations.
Yeah. Looks good, huh?
Yep. Look, heat shield down.
Yeah.
Heat shield down, sitting straight up.
Parachute right next to it. I was fortunate enough to be one of the first people to lay eyes on the capsule, and boy, did we stick that landing. It was just sitting right there. Oh yeah, look at that. We think we've got a lot of sample in that science canister, and we can't wait to crack into it.
Recovery operations. Helicopter 1 is cleared to depart the recovery site with the SRC.
And it is off the desert terrain, in the air, with the SRC in tow.
OSIRIS on 3. 1, 2, 3.
OSIRIS!
This is the final leg of the journey of the SRC. It has been loaded on the helicopter a few minutes ago, and as we speak, team members are staged and waiting just outside that clean room, ready to get that SRC back on the ground once more.
The key objective for me, and one of the driving objectives of this program, is to try to understand, did carbon-rich asteroids like Bennu deliver the compounds that may have led to the origin of life on our planet, the origin of Earth as a habitable world? I was there when it was nothing but a PowerPoint on a slide in a proposal that we were submitting to NASA with this dream that we were going to bring back samples from Bennu. So it was amazing and emotional. As incredible as it seemed all those years ago, it came to be.
The Earth Gravity Assist was a great exercise for the team. So it was the first time everybody showed up here in Tucson because we were doing science operations here. And so it just had that vibe, like all of a sudden everybody's here, we're excited, we're just getting ready for Bennu. And this is just a dry run, a rehearsal to check out all of our instruments.
That's great.
And then that picture of the Earth showed up on the screen. And it was like a Carl Sagan moment. It was like, you know, the pale blue, the famous pale blue dot. And it's, you know, you just see it. It's like, that's us, right? And that's everybody on Earth is in that one picture. And you just realize how fragile it is, how beautiful it is, how rare it is. And really, you know, I wish everybody could have that moment because I think we would take better care of ourselves and our home world.
Capsule is turning around. Oh, that view is tremendous.
And I think we need to appreciate that, you know, this is a gift that we've been given, you know, to be alive, to be conscious on this beautiful world, to have all of these capabilities, to learn about our place in the cosmos, to wonder about it. You know, they call it the overview effect, right? When you see the world from space. The scale of everything. The Earth seems really big, but it looks so tiny when you see it like that.